Looking for some swag?
Here at My Custom Swag, we will imprint, embroider, or laser engrave your name or message on practically anything you want. Water bottles, t-shirts, jackets, caps, banners, business cards. We'll even wrap your company vehicle in vinyl. Best of all, we won't break the bank. There's no minimum order required on most items. My Custom Swag is a proud American family-owned and operated business. So let's get creative. Express yourself and call My Custom Swag or visit mycustomswag.com today.
Riddell has been at the forefront of innovation in football equipment. By combining the latest manufacturing methods, cutting-edge technology, and data, we're creating next-generation protection for players. When we introduced SpeedFlex, a shell that flexes to reduce impact forces to the player, we didn't just change the game of helmet design, we created an icon. And that wasn't all. We also introduced our pioneering Insight Smart Helmet technology, collecting impact data that shapes the way we think about head protection. After this step forward, we developed Precision Fit, a process that uses 3D scanning to build a truly customized interior. And now, our Diamond technology reimagines the DNA of the helmet. The new 3D printed lattice liner system uses our latest data to allow impact absorption to be custom tuned. It's this same data that's driving our development of even more customized protection, position-specific helmets, and we won't stop there. We're leading the way to a future where helmets are designed for an individual athlete's playing style, creating a new generation of helmets that are as unique as the players who wear them. Our engineers are designing the future of the game today.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
And a pleasant good evening and welcome to Falcon Field here in Meriden, Connecticut. It is the East Coast Football League Southern Division action as the Connecticut Mustangs at 4-3 against the Connecticut Panthers at 3-5. Matt Gillis in the broadcast booth here along with Tyler Sumner. We've seen each of these two sides once during the season, and it was the Panthers getting blown out by the Rhode Island Cowboys, and then we saw the Connecticut Mustangs in a deep battle against the Southern New England Admirals, and now these two sides have to battle against each other.
Yeah, Matt, you know, these two teams coming in here, really a do-or-die situation game for the Panthers.
Yeah, do-or-die situation on either side. You want to make sure you're in the right place for playoffs, and that's where they're going to try to get to and see how this game breaks out, and we are doing our best to making sure that we can get this one, of course, out in the best quality. And the signal here in Meriden not playing nice with us. as we are set and ready to go for the opening kickoff. Mustangs in the orange and blue, Panthers in the white and red. And the Panthers will have the opening kickoff. Good kick up, caught around the 6-yard line. And a strong run back right through the middle and getting hauled down at the 30. And that was the Mustangs' number 1. Or is it the 7 of Justin Wilson? That might be a 7 on his back because there is actually no number 1 listed on the roster. There is a 7, though. Those numbers have an interesting little hit to them. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. And they'll start from the 32-yard line. Snapping a handoff and trying to go through the middle on that first down play, and they only get about a yard. Now it's going to set a 2nd and 9. Strong play through the middle there as they were trying to get the gap. Ball dropped out, and a fumble recovery, and that's going to lose about 5 on the play. Oh, now to the 26 instead of the 32, and a 3rd down. Too wide to the left, 1 to the right. Doctor gets that one completed pass. That's going to be still carried forward, and then they're going to call forward progression stoppage of play and a late hit after the whistle, and that's going to give benefit to the Mustangs, and that'll be a 1st and 10 after the foul.
You know, Matt, that was a really bad penalty there for the Panthers because the late hit does not help them anymore.
So they'll tack that on to the end of the run. And that's going to cause a problem. They'll spot the ball at the 37, 38-yard line, and then they're going to add 15 onto that because it's a personal foul. So that's going to put the ball all the way down on the opposite side of the field, around about the 47-yard line on the opposite side. And then obviously to that, a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Early still here in this first quarter of action. ECFL Week 9. Game 8 for these two sides. Good play through the middle, and that will be good for a run of about 12 or 13. That's going to be a first down. And it's the 9 of Alexander Tupu. And was there a flag after the play? There was another flag after the play. It's going to be against No, there's no flag. Okay, so there's no flag. And the ball came out at the end of the play. It should be 1st and 10 Mustangs, and he was down by contact. And he was. The referees just settled that one. So 1st and 10 Mustangs down by contact he was. And so we carry on. Doctor takes that one back deep. Pass trying to go up over top and unable to catch it there. As the 88. As Alex Hopkins. There he is. So Alex Hopkins could not go up the ladder and get that one. Audible called by Doctor. Snap. Handed up the middle. Good run to the outside. Caught by a shoestring. Maybe 2 yards in front. No, they're going to say just enough over top of the line of scrimmage and another first down. So a 1st and 10 and another 1st and 10. And Maz Washington with the run. So Washington and Doctor working in the backfield for this Mustangs offense. Doctor on the keep. And he's only going to get a yard. Actually, maybe he's going to, no, they're going to say he's going to gain 1. And it'll set 2nd and 9. And we continue to deal with a little bit of signal frustration from Falcon Field here in Meriden. We apologize for that video look. We'll try to get that rectified here in between on a stoppage of play. Doctor inside Hopkins. That one's going to be good. Is it enough for a first down? And yes, it will be. That'll be good enough for a first down. And down to the 10, so it's a 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Doctor tries to get that one out in the flat. Good connection there. And it's complete and still trying to churn and burn. On the outside, and that was The 11 of Ryan Falguera. Or no, my apologies. It's the 1. We do not have listed by number on our roster, unfortunately. We apologize on that one. It is a 1, not a 7. We'll try to figure that out in the break. But here we go, 2nd and goal. From about the 3. Through the middle. Waiting for a signal. And they're going to say short. He's about the 1.5. And he'll set 3rd down. Tried to go big man through the middle there. That is the 7 of Justin Wilson. No complete opportunity for him there. Wilson again in the backfield. Doctor rolls to the outside, pulled from behind. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown signaled.
Matt, right there, big first opening drive for the Connecticut Mustangs. And coming into this game, we were talking about how the Mustangs are going to be relying on that run game a lot. And on that drive, it just shows that off there.
So here we go. You can go a little bit more. You can go a little bit more. Yeah. And it looks like they're going to set for timeout. Hold on. Did they take the touchdown off the board? They're going to call holding on the Mustangs. So it's going to negate the touchdown. And that's a huge penalty. That's going to set them way back. It'll be about the 13-yard line after the penalty. And a blindside block penalty. They're going to be way back. This is going to be 3rd and about 30.
Matt, what could have been a touchdown turning to about 3rd and 30. I mean, you said it yourself, huge loss.
They're going to set the ball back at the 27-yard line, so pretty darn close to that one. 25 yards of penalty, and it's going to be 3rd and 25 or 3rd and goal from that 27-yard line. And the game plan just changed drastically. Snap by Doctor. Sends this one all the way to the side. He goes up and gets it! And just steps out of bounds at the 2. What a way to go up the ladder. But now it's 4th down. And zoom in. You can zoom in. Good. Yep. Go there. So 4th down and 2. They can't pick up a 1st down. They were at the 10-yard line when the drive hit a rut. Zoom in a bit more, zoom in a bit more, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. And waiting for the signal, and he's through. And that time it is a touchdown and no flags on the field.
Matt, when I try to push the camera up, it's not going up anymore.
Don't worry about pushing it up. I'm telling you to zoom in.
Okay.
I'm not telling you to go up. I'm telling you to zoom in. You're still way too far back sometimes.
All right.
Yeah, don't worry about going up or down. You don't need to go up or down. So the Panthers now are going to have to get their first possession down 6 as the Mustangs do get the touchdown, and we'll see if they can add the extra point. They will do so. They've got it. And that adds the extra point for 7. Unscrew this, and it will go up and down. Screw it back in, it stays tight. 7-0 Mustangs over the Panthers here early in this first quarter of action. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're watching ECFL football on Fans Only Sports Network and ECFL.us.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also
as we welcome you back, and the Panthers on offense for the first time tonight as they receive the kickoff. And all the way down, and here's a great run back to the 40-yard line on the opposite side. And a huge run by the Panthers, and it's the 9. Of Steve Dunbar.
Dunbar looking really good, breaking tackles left and right of him, Matt, and able to get the Panthers on the other side of the field.
So Panthers are going to start 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line is where they're going to officially position that ball. First snap, good end around run. Flag flies in the backfield. And a strong run from the number 21 of Arkeel Newsom. But a flag in the backfield. And this one might be coming back for holding. And if it is, it's going to be 10 on the Panthers, and that's going to push them way back. It is on the Panthers. That's going to be a replay of first down, but they're going to get shoved all the way back to the opposite side of the field now. So from the 49 on the opposite side, And a 1st and 20. Snap. Dropped in the flat. Dunbar is going to get wrapped up from behind, and a flag's going to fly. Possible loss of 4 on the play. And my apologies, that was Arkeel Newsome on the run there. And Newsome, face mask penalty, and that's going to erase everything that was and then some. And so it's going to be to the 39-yard line. And now it's 1st and 10 from the 39 and back from whence we came. Snap, hands off to Newsome. Newsome tries to go around on the edge. Newsome catches a seam to the house. No, he's going to get pushed out at the 1. So Newsome, another huge run. And there's another flag down on the field. Pierre Narcisse, the Panthers QB, not happy. And it's against the Panthers again. So instead of 1st down at the 2, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 22. Huge loss for the Panthers there. Now the referees trying to get their positioning straight.
Matt, do you want me to pull back?
And a wide field set for the Mustangs against this Panthers offense on a 1st and 22. Newsome tries to go around the side, hits a wall at the 11, and a flag flies again. And a second flag flies. That second one maybe on the 6 of Terrell Fairweather for the Mustangs as he was getting pointed at by the referee as he came over and threw that second flag. That first flag, though, is going to be on Newsome. Offsetting penalties on Newsome and Fairweather for unsportsmanlike conduct. And that's 1 each on them. And Newsome is lucky he didn't get caught for targeting because you could hear the crack of the helmets. So here we go. Still 1st down in the midst of all of this. Now from the 4-yard line.
Matt, we both said coming into this game that the most efficient weapon for both teams was going to be the run game, and it's looking like that early on in this game.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of good plays to Hopkins on the Mustangs side offensively. Panthers really did not see much of a passing game out of them when we saw them against the Cowboys back week 1 of the season. It's been Narcisse at quarterback and Newsome. They'll tandem in a couple of times with Dunbar, but it's going to be Newsome in the backfield again. Narcisse takes the snap. Newsome handoff, trying to get pushed right through the middle. Narcisse pushes him. They got it, the touchdown called. And just checking, there are no flags on the field.
Yeah, Matt. Thank God no flags on the field there, and we have a clean 6 points for the Panthers on the board as they look to potentially tie this game.
We called that one the touchdown earlier for the Mustangs and then immediately looked and saw flags on the field. They did end up eventually getting the touchdown. This time, no flags on the field, and I feel like we've seen flags on just about every single play so far.
You want me to get tighter?
Angle up, and come back a little bit so that you get the kick.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to go for the 1 here. No fake play. Throw down into the corner of the end zone. Intercepted. No, caught it. He got it. Holy cow. That looked like it had gotten picked. And instead, coming up to get it, that's the 9 of Dunbar.
Matt, during this whole Panthers drive here, how many times has Dunbar's name been mentioned?
A couple of times, and it's been on really insane plays. And there's another one. It's the 0 of Ziggy Bailey to Dunbar, and that'll be good for the 2. And the Panthers will go ahead 8-7.
We've heard of Air Jordan. I think right there we just heard of Air Dunbar.
That was an error the way he went. There's a flag on the field, believe it or not. Though I think this one's going to end up being against the... Looks like it's going to be against the Mustangs. So there will be nothing necessary with that. They'll just go ahead and knock it off. Sorry. Bit of a squib kick. Scooped up on the second line. And that one's going to go much of nowhere. And he kind of just ran right across the 45 where they picked it up. They got to the 46, and that's going to set up 1st and 10 from the 46. For the second time today, we'll see the Mustangs offense.
How much time do we have left? Because it looks like the clock on the broadcast is at like 4:41 for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, because I have no clue what the time is. So here we go, 1st and 10. Second time today that we are seeing this Mustangs offense. Pass play on the outside. Hopkins trying to go up. That one's tipped and knocked down. Oh, 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass to Hopkins.
The quarterback of the Mustangs looking to hit Hopkins on that nice downwards field play there, Matt. Just couldn't get it, unfortunately.
And Gerber Doctor, the Mustangs quarterback, And Hopkins went up the ladder to try to get that one. Alex Hopkins, good strong receiver for this Mustang side. Again, Doctor drops back. They go run through the middle this time. And that's going to be third down, and I'll set it about 4 or 5.
Get a little tighter.
Yes, please. Yes, go tighter than that. Go tighter. You can go even tighter than that. More. Yep, that's good. So third down and 5. Doctor drops back looking. That ball is on the turf and incomplete, and that's going to set fourth down.
Not the drive the Mustangs were hoping here for, Matt.
Definitely not. This is going absolutely nowhere for them. So that ends up being fourth down. And dropping back on the punt looks to be Keenan Collins for the Panthers. Pull back. Yeah. So punt play here for the Mustangs on this fourth down. Timeout called by the Mustangs. They're going to talk that one over. 4th and 5 to go and a timeout. You're watching ECFL football on ECFL.us.
We understand an upside-down world, but they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Who do you think is going to fix all this? We will, because our future is the future. The next greatest generation is now.
As we bring you back, 4th down and a punt play to come. And we are estimating there's like 4 and change to go. That's going to drop, and it's going to get picked at the 20. Locked in on that play. The moment they started coming back, you need to be on that punt because you were way too zoomed out there. That we should have been able to easily see that bounce, and I could barely tell that it bounced on here. So that one did not even reach the backstanding Panthers player, the 17 of Keenan Collins. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs as they trail by 1, 8-7. And a discussion going on between the referees. Ball's at the 22-yard line and 1st and 10. You can come up a little bit. You can come up and you can zoom in a little bit more. Oh, 1st and 10. Hard count from Narcisse. Throws that one through the middle, was trying to look for the 3. Of Jason Atterbury. Yeah, what's up? We're in the middle of the game right now. It went back to solid red. It starts flashing yellow every so once in a while, but then it lags. It lags sometimes when it does it. I went back and looked at it. I have it up on my phone. I don't know why we shouldn't have to do that every single time though. Can I call the game? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Yep. Bye. All right. Thanks. Bye. And a missed opportunity there. On 2nd down, got sent backwards, and it's going to send him 3rd and long. And a penalty called is going to take him all the way. Nope, that's the end of the quarter. Never mind. So, welcome to ECFL football, where the timing rules are very different than anything you expect in football, and we try to do the best that we can on it. But instead, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. So 8-7 after 1, Panthers leading the Mustangs. Week 9 action here on ECFL.us. Meriden, Connecticut. Way too far out. I shouldn't be able to see any sideline. I should be able to see the play. So if I'm seeing sideline, you're way too far out. So here we go. 3rd and 15. As we start the 2nd quarter. Man in motion. And the snap to Narcisse, looking to throw over the middle, incomplete pass. And that'll set up 4th down. So this Panthers drive went nowhere after the Mustangs drive went nowhere. And it looks like the Panthers are going to come out and punt. And we're going to be from where we were. Though better field position for the Mustangs. So 43 of Mike Scribner back for the Panthers. The Mustangs have Montreal Dobbs, the 13, back to receive. Scribner. Low snap, low kick. Bounces at the 40, rolls to midfield, continues to roll, and will be whistled dead at the 45. So nothing doing on either side on the second offensive possessions, and we stay where we were at 8-7, though we're into the second quarter of this game, Tyler.
Yeah, Matt, we're in the second quarter. Panthers leading 8-7, and we said this was going to be a tight game, and that's looking what it is to be right now.
One touchdown from each way. Mustangs completed the extra point. Panthers got the 2. And so here we go, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Good snap, handoff in the backfield, trying to get it around the edge. And he does, and a good run and a pickup of enough for 8. And that was at the 13 of Montreal Dobbs. I'll call it 2nd and 3. Dobbs again in the backfield. They go fake this time and caught up in the backfield. That's Kira Doctor, the Mustangs quarterback, and that's going to set up a 3rd. And looks to be about 5.
Matt, the Mustangs could really use a big play here.
3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. From just shy of midfield, Dobbs will do enough to get the first down. Dobbs knocks it through to pick up the first, and the Mustangs will continue their drive from the 44-yard line. Doctor, snap, caught, and hauled down, not out of bounds. So it's going to set a 2nd and about 4. Good play out on the line by Alejandro Ortiz and the number 4. They're going to go the opposite way this way. Dobbs on the screen pass. Got all kinds of wrapped up and dropped way back. And so from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and back to the original line of scrimmage. And a 3rd and 10. Oh, 3rd and 10. Doctor drops back. Look at the pass play. He's rushed from the backside. Gets the pass off, and it's going to drop short of Hopkins, and that's going to be 4th down. He wants a flag, and I don't think he's going to get it.
play was nearly intercepted there too, Matt.
It was, and there's no pass interference call, and there's no roughing the passer call, as Doctor was clearly outside of the box. And so the clock in this modified ECFL rule continues to run, and it's going to be 4th down. So a punt play goes. After positive yardage on the first possessions for both sides, we've seen punt, punt, and now punt. And there are too many men on the field, and they got all mixed up. And then this ball is going to get kicked out of bounds anyway. Rounded about the 19-yard line, they're going to spot it. And so we're going to get 1st and 10 from the 19. Still 8-7. Panthers over the Mustangs. We're about 5 minutes in to this second quarter of action. Battle for 3rd place in the division between these two sides, and who will make the playoffs when it all is said and done too. Still about 3-4 weeks left to go in the season.
Yeah, Matt, we've seen a very competitive ECFL season this year.
It's been some games that have been really tight. There was the game between the Rhode Island Cowboys and the Hartford Rebels that was quite tight, and then we've also seen games that have just been blowouts. Last night, Southern New England Admirals put a smackdown on the aforementioned Rhode Island Cowboys and sort of cemented themselves as the number 1 spot in the division. Admirals are 8-0. And that one is a good play and good yardage to the 42. And not out of bounds was Jason Atterbury. And that's a blown up play in the backfield. Loose ball. And yeah, it's Mustangs ball. The referee came in at the end and signaled it, and it is Mustangs ball.
Huge play there on defense for the Connecticut Mustangs, Matt. And now the Mustangs can look to get ahead in this football game.
They are going to have good yardage position. Looks like they're going to place this one at the 31. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the 31. And a whistle and a timeout called by the Panthers. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the 31. A timeout called. We'll take the timeout as well. You're watching ECFL football on ECFL.us.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago. One of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life.
As we welcome you back, 1st and 10. And that was a play that just got blown up the moment that the handoff happened. And a loss of a couple on that play, and it's going to set 2nd and about 13. That play was just blown up on the snap. There's nothing you can say about it.
No question about it, Matt. But hopefully this is a bounce-back play for the Mustangs.
So 2nd and 13. And they went early. Did someone move, or did the Panthers hear the snap call wrong? Because just about everybody on the Panthers moved. Offsides on about the entire Panthers front 7. And that's going to make this one a little bit more of a manageable. Now we're talking about a 2nd, and it looks to be about 7 or 8. A 2nd and 8 instead. Good snap. Run play through the middle. Got a seam to the 10. Still going. And the Mustangs, Montreal Dobbs just trying to churn and burn as much as he could there. And it's going to set a 1st and goal. Whistle and a stoppage of play by the referee. So 1st and goal.
Do you want me to pull out a little bit or keep it like there?
Snap again. No, Gruber is going to keep this one. He tried to go play action. And that one is brought down right back at the line of scrimmage. Gruber and Dobbs went play action in the backfield. That did not work. First positive drive we've seen for either side since the opening drive. Coming off the field, a little shaken on that play was Andre Dakris for the Panthers. Dobbs through the middle. Gets hauled down.
Do you want me to run and grab it?
Oh, 3rd down. They gained about a yard on that play. It's going to put them at the 9-yard line. A little bit too far. I can't. Yep. Snap. Pass play through the middle. Hopkins right at the goal line. Gets wrapped up and sent down. And it's going to be 4th down from the 2. Well, now what do? You're off schedule. That play was supposed to be the touchdown play.
Yeah, Matt, if I'm Connecticut, I'm considering running it up the middle here.
They do have a pretty good run game up the middle. They could run Montreal Dobbs up there. We've seen Gruber Doctor go for a couple of sneaks on his own. We'll see what they do. Interestingly, 3 wide. Doctor sets back. They go pass play up the middle, and it's caught for the touchdown.
A great play there for the touchdown by the Connecticut Mustangs. 3 wide, as you said, Matt, and really just efficiently scored there.
And now they'll set for the single. Yeah, because you want to get the uprights. So, yep, you're good. You're good right there. Snap, kick is up, kick is good. So the Mustangs will push 1 onto the board, and 14-8 midway here through this second quarter. And we'll take a quick break as they switch sides and get set for the kickoff. 14-8 midway through the second. You're watching ECFL football on ECFL.us, produced by Fans Only Sports Network.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these.
It's a kick, so you want to. As we get set for the kick after the touchdown scored, to make it 14-8 Mustangs, and a good catch in the backfield. Trying to spin, trying to burn. If he can get a seam to midfield is Jason Atterbury before he's hauled down.
And Matt, from way up here, we can hear the Panthers' passion in this game.
There is first and 10. And a good run on the outside, and then hauled by his jersey, but no call there. Has gotten taken down hard again. The 21 of Arkell Newsome. whistle and a time. Oh, no, they said 2 minutes. How is there only 2 minutes left in this second quarter already? What?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you have no clue what the timing rules are. This is some of the most interesting timing rules I think I've seen in football. Big snap, throw to the outside, caught in the flat, dropped the ball, and it came right back up to him, and they're just going to whistle that play dead where it is. He caught, made a football move, and then lost handle on the ball. Jason Morrison, nowhere to go there for the Panthers. Second and 12. That ball goes nowhere. And wanting a call was Narcisse, as he was still in the box. Nothing called by the referees, so third down.
Third down here for the Panthers, man. I'm sure the Panthers would absolutely love to try to tie this game or go ahead within the half.
Big third down. And they're going to go with the same set that we've seen throughout most. Narcisse at quarterback. They've got Newsom slotted off to the side of him. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. That one is caught and will be good to get to about the 21. A timeout called. And it's going to set fourth down and about 1. So 4th and 1 with a handful of change left to go here in this first half. And the Panthers trailing by 6.
Matt, if you're the Panthers, what do you do here?
Well, you can pick up the first down, so you still have the run game as an option. You don't have to pass. So there's a lot on the table right now. A lot of things on the table right now. So here we go, 4th and 1. Narcisse calling the mic. They go snap. Narcisse keeps it himself. Loses his helmet. Loses yardage on the play too. And it's going to be a Mustangs ball.
Huge play there for the Connecticut Mustangs, Matt. Stopping that 4th and 1 for the Panthers go ahead first. Otherwise, the Mustangs flipped it back to their side of the ball now.
Narcisse lost his helmet, lost a handle on the ball for a second, got all that back, and looks like we're going to have 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the 22, so he did lose a yard on that play. Now they're having all sorts of discussions on the field. I think the Panthers are trying to claim forward progression. Not entirely sure what they're going to get there. He's shaking and he said no. So the hope does not work. Always good to appeal. Try it. See it. See if what happens. And we'll see what the Mustangs do here on first down. Up by 6. And getting flung out of bounds is Dobbs. And that should bring us to the end of the quarter. Every referee on the field is checking their watches, so this is likely going to be the last play of the quarter. Doctor and Dobbs on 2nd and 8. Snap. Pass out. Caught. Trying to find a seam to the 40. Still on his feet. Still churning, and now they're going to whistle that play dead. And it looks like there's a Panthers player down. In the midst of all that. And it's the 37 of Billy Manzi. So Manzi comes off the field. A little shaken up on the play. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Dobbs rolled up in the backfield. Nowhere to go for him. Loss of 3 on the play, and that's the half. Mustangs 14, Panthers 8 after 2. And we'll have a 10 to 15 minute halftime break. And then the conclusion of this game, second half to come. Mustangs 14, Panthers 8. You're watching ECFL football on ECFL.us. Produced by Fans Only Sports Network. Oh, hey!
Looking for some swag? Here at My Custom Swag, we will imprint, embroider, or laser engrave your name or message on practically anything you want. Water bottles, t-shirts, jackets, caps, banners, business cards, we'll even wrap your company vehicle in vinyl. Best of all, we won't break the bank. There's no minimum order required on most items. My Custom Swag is a proud American family-owned and operated business. So let's get creative. Express yourself and call My Custom Swag or visit mycustomswag.com today.
Riddell has been at the forefront of innovation in football equipment. By combining the latest manufacturing methods, cutting-edge technology, and data, we're creating next-generation protection for players. When we introduced SpeedFlex, a shell that flexes to reduce impact forces to the player, we didn't just change the game of helmet design, we created an icon. And that wasn't all. We also introduced our pioneering Insight Smart Helmet technology, collecting impact data that shapes the way we think about head protection. After this step forward, we developed Precision Fit, a process that uses 3D scanning to build a truly customized interior. And now, our Diamond technology reimagines the DNA of the helmet. The new 3D printed lattice liner system uses our latest data to allow impact absorption to be custom tuned. It's this same data that's driving our development of even more customized protection, position-specific helmets, and we won't stop there. We're leading the way to a future where helmets are designed for an individual athlete's playing style, creating a new generation of helmets that are as unique as the players who wear them. Our engineers are designing the future of the game today.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
We understand an upside-down world, but they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will, because our future is the future. The next greatest generation is now.
$14-8 Mustangs over the Panthers after one half of action. As we welcome you back here to East Coast Football League action on ECFL.US, produced by Fans Only Sports Network. And a tight battle between these two sides, battling for a spot in the playoffs. 4-3 Mustangs, 3-4 Panthers.
Who's kicking off?
And it's going to be the Mustangs to kick, Panthers to receive to get this second half started. Good opening possessions from both sides, and then a bit of a punt battle before the Mustangs were finally able to convert late in the second quarter and tack another touchdown to the board. And they have a kicking game, and so hence the two singles, and it's a 14-8 and a 6-point lead. That one is a good kick up. Will be caught. And trying to go the opposite direction and reverse the field, and getting a little bit of a seam, and then stumbling out of bounds at the 40-yard line. from the Panthers, and that was quite a run. Looked to be the 38 of Will Gardner with that run. So Gardner, huge run back for the Panthers on that kickoff to open the second half of play. Too far low, too low. No, too low, so come up. Your zoom was fine. Go back in. A little bit over that way. Yep. Oh, 1st and 10. Hard snap pulled down by Newsom. Newsom nowhere to go. He's going to stumble and get about 3 on that play, and it's going to set up a 2nd and 7. And that looks to be Ziggy Bailey handling things at quarterback right now, as he is the only 0 that they have listed on the roster. He's wearing 00 on his jersey. They have him just listed as 0. Bailey throws that one to the outside. Dunbar will get picked up and dropped out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line, and that's going to set up a 3rd and oh no, they're going to say it's good enough for the 1st down. Well, check that one. They gave him forward progression, the whole nature of it, and so it's good enough for a 1st down. So from the 33, it's going to be 1st and 10. Snap, pass out again. Dunbar is going to get pushed out as he gets across the 20 down to about the 17. So a change at quarterback to Ziggy Bailey has made a change in the Panthers offense, as they have moved well here in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to audible this one. They've got to move quickly. Bailey drops back. Pass on the flat. Caught Dunbar again. Dunbar stumbling. Did he get to the 19? Or my apologies, did he get to the 9? Did he get to the 19? Yes, is what I was trying to say. And he did, and then some actually, as he's down to the 15. So he got back to the original line of scrimmage after screen pass in the backfield. And was able to pick up a couple extra on the play. So 2nd down from the 15. Newsom will get stopped after a gain of about 2, and it's going to set 3rd down. So 3rd and about 4. So big 3rd down here for the Panthers, who've been able to move the ball well here in this 3rd quarter. Audible as they switch the field. Newsom switches sides as well. Bailey takes a snap, keeps it himself. Little stutter step in the middle. And maybe just shy by a yard. They're going to get to the 10. They needed the 9, and it's going to be 4th down. So 4th and 1 again. This did not work so well for the Panthers last time. From about the same spot, the Mustangs came up with the ball.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Matt.
So here we go. Pitch play to the outside. Newsom's going to get the yard and then some as he's going to go out of bounds at around the 1 yard line. So that time, Bailey with the pitch out to Newsom, and they go around the edge. And a 1st down. So now they're in a little bit of a better space to work with as they'll have 1st and goal from the 2.5. Nope. Go back here we were. Right there, yep. Come up. Snap play. And goes for the pitch again, in for the touchdown. And they're going to wave it off. There's a flag down in the corner.
Sorry about that, Matt. I was just trying to get the stick unstuck.
So that one's going to get waved off anyway. Oh, no, they're going to wave off the flag. The touchdown's going to stand. And a flag is thrown. Illegal substitution on the Panthers. So they'll back up the kick. So what was a chip shot now becomes a long distance field goal. This one's going to be about a 32-yard kick. No. Now they're going to bring it back. So check that. It's going to be about a 22-yard. Kick is down, kick is blocked. And that will be the end of that play. And so we're tied at 14. Part of the way through this third quarter, and what we thought was going to be a good start point turned into a bad ending. They do get the touchdown to tie it, so they've erased that 6-point deficit, and now we're honors even.
Yeah, honors even, Matt. As you mentioned, 14-14 here, Panthers Mustangs in Meriden, Connecticut. And, Matt, you really got to wonder here if this game is going to be open at all.
It really hasn't been one side or the other. And we'll see what the Mustangs offense can do on their first offensive drive of the second half. In the middle of the trees of Meriden, Connecticut. I feel like somehow it is, I don't know, you and I are like cursed. I feel like every game we do together, we're in the middle of trees.
Yeah, we're always in the middle of Connecticut, for those who are wondering. We've done a game in Glottenbury, Gloucester, and now Meriden.
Yeah, it is just like, and we're in the middle of trees in every single game we do.
You would think we're in New Hampshire.
Kickoff to come here. And a good booming kick. Caught back and then dropped for a second at the 18. And getting a seam to the 40. And a good run by Dobbs. Montreal Dobbs brings it back. And we'll start with the Mustangs 1st and 10 from just shy. The nose of that football is going to paint the 40-yard line when they set it.
You know, Matt, I want to talk about Montreal Dobbs for a second. He's a very explosive runner. Whenever he gets that quick step going, you might as well kiss him gone on some plays.
Yeah, he certainly has looked like it, and yet the Panthers line has been able to catch him up. So here we go, 1st and 10. Snap, handoff to the outside, and nowhere to go. Maybe getting a yard or two on the play. That's Maz Washington.
You can go a little bit more. Bring yourself over and come back in a little bit more. Yep.
2nd down and 8. Pass play caught right at the 1st down marker and then some. As he gets thrown out of bounds around the 38, 37-yard line. And that was a smart play from Goober Doctor to get that one out quickly.
Absolutely, Matt. Smart plays win games.
And we'll see what they can produce as the Trail Lions with the reception on that last play. Caught up in the backfield, wrapped up and actually losing a yard on the play was Montreal Dobbs as the Panthers defense collapsed right on him. That's going to set a 2nd and 11 as time ticks away here in this 3rd quarter. Knotted at 14. Red Sox continued a better second half of the season, quote unquote. They beat the Baltimore Orioles 5-4 today. Snap. Sent back. Doctor decides to keep it himself. Goober Doctor. Look at Goober Doctor to the 9.
You know, you mentioned Goober Doctor there, Matt. He had the Panthers defense in stitches there.
So he gets them all the way down to the 9-yard line in a 1st and goal. And the Mustangs looking to open up their 3rd quarter account. Now snap play, Dobbs through the middle. Dobbs jumping over and scores the touchdown.
Matt, his airness has arrived.
Montreal Dobbs goes aerial. And the Mustangs pick up 6, back on top at 20-14. Kick is down, kick is good, and they'll tack on the 1 to make it 21-14. And the Mustangs have opened up their second half account. So this time a 7-point lead as the Mustangs lead the Panthers. You're watching ECFL football on ACFL.us.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
There we come back out of the commercial. A dead ball foul, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called on the Connecticut Mustangs. And they're going to push them all the way back. So the kickoff is going to end up originating from the 20-yard line. And this is going to put the Panthers in good field position.
Yes, absolutely, Matt. And that's about what the Panthers need right now, is good field position to hopefully get an offensive drive going.
Cannot lose your head at any time, no matter what goes on in a game, in any sport. It's just not a good spot. Not something good to do. It will hurt you and it will hurt your team. And a huge penalty pushes them all the way back to the 20-yard line. Good booming kick, though. And they're going to whistle it dead. That was a good kick. And now the referee walking over having a chat with the side judge. Panthers want a flag thrown.
I assume we're nearing the end of the third here too, Matt.
I have no clue where we are in the third. We're just going to go ahead and let that clock run because I have no clue.
That's where we wish Dr. Strange was here so he could tell us time.
So now there's a conversation going on in the field between a Mustangs player, a Panthers player. The referee, a member of the Connecticut Panthers field staff. There's another conversation going on between the referee and the side judge again. And I have a feeling we're about to see a signal from the referee and more penalties get called. No, now they're going to have a discussion with the other referee. Oh, this is going to get really interesting. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against the Mustangs, and the player is ejected that the penalty was called against. And they're going to push them back even further, and now they're going to kick off from the 10. And we don't have the benefit of referees being mic'd or things like that, so I can't tell you who the player number was, but the Mustangs have had a player ejected from this game. So the kickoff is going to come from the 10-yard line.
You got to love number 16's kicking routine, though, Matt.
Almost looks like he's taking a penalty kick in soccer, the way he stutter steps up. There's a huge booming kick again. It's going to get caught. It's going to bounce off his chest, bounce up and get caught at the 30. Trying to spin to the outside. Off to the races and pushed out of bounds at the 25. A huge run back from Jason Atterbury.
Atterbury there. Not exactly catching the ball right away. Picks it back up and just off to the races there, Matt.
It went off of his chest, right at his shoulder pads where they come across the chest plate area, bounced straight down onto this turf surface, and then bounced right back up into his hands, and then he was off to the races from the 30 all the way down to where they have spotted the ball at the 27 on the other side of the field.
Yeah, a huge opportunity here, too, for the Panthers, Matt, because if they can get this and possibly go for 2, they can go ahead and score here.
So once again, they go with Bailey at quarterback, Newsom on the split, that pistol formation. Newsom puts a little stiff arm through, rolls for about 3 or 4. He'll get to the 25 in a second down. So 2nd and 7. The Panthers try to tie this game. And no problem on the run game for the Panthers. We'll see if they can continue to work that run game. So they're going to have to go pass on this play, rolling out, and that one is up and over top of the outstretched hands of Keenan Collins. On 3rd down, and once again, a pass play that does not work for the Panthers. As we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Crucial third down play here. Bailey takes a low snap. Flag goes up immediately. Bailey spins through the middle. Eludes another tackle. Spins back again. He's still on his feet. Still going. He would have the first down depending on what this penalty is. And it's actually not going to matter. It's going to be offsides against the Mustangs. The penalty will be declined. And Bailey's going to have first down by about 3 yards. So Ziggy Bailey's scramble makes it 1st and 10. So you got to watch where they're lining up now and watch where they're lining up. Now readjust your camera spot. Yep. And a whistle and a
He took off his hat.
call. That is the end of the quarter. So we go to the 4th. 21-14, Mustangs over the Panthers. The Panthers are knocking on the door trying to tie. You're watching ECFL football on ECFL.us.
Accidents happen, but they don't have to be the cause of financial hardship. Even with health insurance, an accident can result in major medical bills. Let's say you were playing football and an aggressive tackle broke your leg. An ambulance takes you to the emergency room where you were given care, but now you have 3 months of physical therapy before you're back on your feet. Your health insurance will cover a lot of your costs, but you will be required to pay your out-of-pocket maximum. The average out-of-pocket maximum in the US is around $4,000. But you had planned for the unexpected. You signed up for LifeRaft's Accident Supplement Insurance, which reimburses medical expenses related to an accident. Your costs were reimbursed up to $5,000, covering 100% of your out-of-pocket expenses. Now you can focus on your recovery without worrying about how to pay for it.
4th quarter, 21-14. And a big throw by Bailey, caught, touchdown! And it's Kevin Collins picking up the 6 for the Panthers. And it's a 1-point game.
And Matt, it looks like the Panthers are going to go for 2 here.
And they are going to set for the point after attempt. Kick is up, kick is good, and we've got a tie ball game.
So, Matt, you got to ask yourself, if you're one of these teams, do you try to run down the clock here to score and hope to win the game like that?
So 21 all. And a good kickoff. Bounces up at the 30. Run back to the 45, and they'll call progression there and stops that, and will set up a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
And Matt, right here, this possession for the Mustangs is going to probably be the most crucial of the game for them.
So 1st and 10 from the 45. Snap play, handoff. Dobbs spins through. Forward progression is right at the sticks. No, it's going to be a yard shy and 2nd down. A 2nd and 1.
Is going to be here, so you don't need to be back here. You don't. The huddle doesn't matter. The ball matters.
Roger that.
A 2nd and 1. Doctor. Dobbs in the backfield again. Pushed right through the middle. They're going to get the 1st down easily. He picks up about 5 on that play. Down to the 39-yard line.
And you know, Matt, we mentioned this. We mentioned if this play with the Mustangs, they were going to go down on this possession and run the clock out to score to give the Panthers little to no hope to coming back.
So they're going to try to push this one with the run game. Again on the ground, and Dobbs with a punch for about 3 or 4. That was 2nd down and about 6. Dropped ball, and the fumble causes a huge issue as they will go ahead and sack Doctor all the way back around about the 44-yard line. That's going to set up 3rd and very long. So 3rd and 10. From back of the original line of scrimmage at the 43-yard line.
And not to mention, Matt, the clock in the ECFL is always winding down.
Doctor goes big, pass play, got it! And then some to the house. Touchdown.
And that was the play right there, Matt, that the Connecticut Mustangs really needed to get the momentum going into these final minutes of this fourth quarter to go out here with a win.
There's still work to be done, but what a play that was. The touchdown stands. And the Mustangs are back on top, 27-21.
It's a kick, so you want to make sure that you're seeing the uprights. Use your screen to frame your shot. So if you can't see the uprights, then obviously you don't have it framed right.
As they set for the extra point. Kick is up and it's good, and that's going to put 28-21. And they are jawing at the referee, and a flag flies for unsportsmanlike conduct. And now the Connecticut Panthers coach yelling at the referee. And that's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Panthers. And so this is going to bring the Mustangs way up to where they're able to kick. And now more discussions with the referee. This is exactly what happened to the Mustangs on the previous set, and then they all of a sudden ended up kicking from the 10-yard line. Now you've got the same situation. This time it's the Panthers jawing at the referees, and the Mustangs are going to kick from midfield. So we're going to get a kickoff from midfield. That one's going to go all the way down, and it's actually through the uprights. And if this was the Canadian Football League, that would be good for a single. The old Rouge from Canadian football would have just given that one as an extra point to the Mustangs, but hence that rule does not exist in the U.S., and instead it's just going to be a touchback. And we'll get the ball from the 25-yard line. The 28-21 Mustangs.
If you think it needs to go there, then yeah.
From the 25, 1st and 10. Snap, looking, pass play incomplete from Bailey, and second down. As we cross 8 o'clock Eastern time, and this game ticking down to its conclusion as the sun is clearly set now. A little bit of light left in the sky, but not much. But the sun is not yet set on this game. Panthers are going to try to go one more and see if they can tie this one up. Bailey sends that one to the outside. They're going to get caught at the line of scrimmage. Does the ball come free? No, they're going to say down. But it's going to be third down. And the Panthers have not gained a single yard on this drive so far.
And Matt, I don't believe you've seen the 2-minute warning sign either in this quarter as well.
We have not yet. We know there's still time on the clock. Though the referees are starting to look at their watches. And I think you just saw 6 minutes. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing when you have the referees asking each other what the time is left. Bailey swings, flag flies. Bailey's going to get it wrapped up in the backfield, back about the 15-yard line and go down. Offsides is going to be the call on the Mustangs. So this is at least going to benefit the Panthers and move the ball up a little bit. But it's still going to be third down.
Absolutely, Matt. The Panthers will take any bit of yardage they can get right now.
They're going to get about 5. It's going to move them to the 30, and it's going to be third down and 5. On this 20th day of August, and almost weird to say that in 2.5 weeks' time it's going to be hockey season already.
2.5 weeks' time for me, it's going to be college time.
It is. Been interesting calling football in the summer, and of course we'll have plenty more football. Oh, he's going to get wrapped up in the backfield, nowhere to go. Back in the original line of scrimmage at the 25, they lose everything. And it's fourth down. I think the Panthers wanted a flag for taunting. They're not going to get it. The Panthers coach is in it with the side judge. Timeout called by the Panthers. They've got a fourth down and 10 to deal with. After the timeout, you're watching ECFL football on ECFL.us.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
(28-21), about 5 minutes left to go in this one. And a big 4th and 10 play for the Panthers if they want to try to be able to tie this game up. Otherwise, the Mustangs might be able to just shepherd this one to the finish line. Scrambling, throwing, catching, dropping it. And they're going to say incomplete pass. They thought that they had the quarterback sacked. Bailey was able to get out of that. Scrambled around. And not able to bring it down. And that may have been the 19 of Kevin Sylvester, who went up to try to get it and could not make the catch. So instead it ends up 1st and 10 Mustangs, and they've got the 7-point lead right now.
Sorry, it was just my dad asking how much time was left.
That's what commercials are for.
Here's a snap. And a run for about 3 or 4. Actually, they was going to give him way more than that. They gave him the forward progression and then some. He got a second punch through, and it was good for a first down. So now you're going to have 1st and 10 from just inside the 15-yard line. And if the Mustangs put this one in the house, that's going to close the door.
Absolutely, Matt. No question about it. And I'm sure the Mustangs would love to go home tonight with a W.
It would push them to 5-3 on the season and put a little bit of distance between themselves and the Panthers. Doctor, Dobbs, pitch back play, and they try to go, and they're going to say no. Forward progression was stopped. So they lose a yard on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and 11. Trying to get kitschy there.
Not much time left either, Matt, in this game. About 3 minutes left. But as the time winds down, hopefully the Mustangs can put a staple in the paper on this one.
They're just trying to get to where they can possibly that's the 2-minute warning signal. So 2 minutes left to go on a 2nd down and 12. Snap. Doctor got that one off. Caught in the backfield. Wrapped up and hauled down. They lose more yardage on the play. It's going to be a 3rd and 14. And the Panthers wanting a flag called for delay of game after the Mustangs player threw the ball all the way back to about the 35-yard line. And a 3rd and 13. And they're taking all sorts of time to set this one. Oh, they were checking the down. Yeah, it is 3rd down. There is no question about that. So 3rd and 13, 2 minutes left to go. Doctor in the backfield again. And that one's going to get wrapped up. He's going to throw it out, and they're going to get caught, but still nowhere to go there. And That's going to be another loss of about 2 on the play. So 4th down, and now from the 20-yard line. They can still get a first down at the 2. And Goober Doctor is going to have to do something here. He tried to go with that play action fake in the backfield. Did not really work. And they do not like the ball. Timeout called by the Mustangs. They're going to try to kick a field goal here so that there's just absolutely no way for the Panthers to be able to get back in this one.
So on this one, I have to follow the ball, correct?
They have 16 as their kicker, who we cannot seem to find on this Mustangs roster. Unless that's the 18, in which case it could be Justin Willis or Terrence Tucker. Kick is down, kick is low, and that's going to be nothing.
Inside of 2.
So a 1st and 10, and flags fly from both, and now pushing and shoving on the field. And this game is going to turn into like last week's Cowboys-Admirals game, ending in a bunch of pushing and shoving and players coming at each other. And the referees are going to get in the middle of this fray and try to break up these two sides.
Did they just wave the game off?
And a conversation is about to go between the referee, and the referees are going off the field. The referees are just walking off the field. This game's done. That's it. The referees are running off of the field. Yeah, that's it. The referees have just picked up their bags from the side of the field, and they have gone.
Wow.
So with a minute and change left to go here in the 4th quarter of this one, the referees have just said, that's it, that's enough, we're done. And they have walked off of the field.
I can't believe what we just saw, Matt.
I can think of one other time in the years I've been doing this.
Just zoom back, just zoom out, and just leave it.
I can think of one other time in the years that I've been doing this where I've seen that happen. But this is turned into something else. We'll call it a final score. 28-21, Mustangs win over the Connecticut Panthers. The referees, with a minute and change left, decided that was just it after fisticuffs flew between Panthers and Mustangs players for about the third time, and they've just gone ahead and walked off. And we'll call it for this broadcast and this game. We thank you so much for tuning into another presentation of East Coast Football League action, produced by Fans Only Sports Network for ECFL.us. For Tyler Sumner, I'm Matt Jolas. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next week.